Hey, welcome to another Heavy Metal Diecast video, and today's bad boy, as you can see, this is a M4 Sherman. It's 1/43 scale diecast, so I think most of us know this beast. It's the iconic Sherman tank. It's an American medium tank that was used extensively through World War II. Even seen service after World War II in multiple other conflicts, like Korea and the Arab-Israel War, just to name a couple, and even briefly in Vietnam as well. So this was a cheap, reliable, and the base of many other variants. So like howitzers and anti-tank vehicles and stuff like that, flamethrower variants, and yeah, this thing saw so many different variants as well. This was a widely used beast. It was in service with the US forces from 1942 to 1957 and has been used by numerous other countries in their fighting forces as well. So what I'll do is we'll get this thing open. Might have to get Bladey out of retirement, and this is in a magazine type sealed packet, so we'll have to cut this bad boy open, I think. Try not to... This is not going back in its box. So as you can see, we are checking out this Sherman for the first time together, and there we have it. That's pretty cool. See if we can get these sausage fingers to pick it up and have a real good look at this machine. I mean, nearly 50,000 of these were actually made, so that was an incredible number of armoured vehicles to be made. But the body itself does feel die-cast, which is good. So, yeah, the old 75, it was pretty useless against some of the German heavy tanks by that stage of the war, like in the late 40s, like 44, 45, towards that era. But it's very capable against the German medium tanks, like the smaller tanks. So it had a 75mm main gun, which this does go up and down, and the turret does move on this diecast. So the turret actually does feel a bit plasticky, but against the Panther and the Tiger, this 75mm is a little bit lacking. I think point two is they didn't fire armor-piercing rounds too. I think it was maybe high explosives. Don't hold me to that though. But it's still a beast of a vehicle. The overwhelming numbers of this machine, it won World War II pretty much, for the Allies. The Russians used these, the Americans, the Commonwealth forces, everyone. This was all over the place. This machine spearheaded a lot of the Allied pushes throughout Europe and in other fronts as well. So this particular tank, Thunderbolt IV, this is actually the one commanded by Creighton Abrams. Hope I've said that correctly. I don't want to offend his name. So as we know, this name is pretty synonymous with the current day American main battle tank, the M1, the Abrams, sorry. So this is actually the tank Thunderbolt IV, actually. So obviously he's might have gone through a couple, from the 37th Tank Battalion, 4th Armour Division in Belgium around 1944. Well, it says 44 there. This obviously I bought this from an overseas seller in Russian, so it's got a bit of the Russian Cyrillic lettering there, which would tell us a bit more information if I spoke Russian, but I do not. But no, I reckon it's a pretty cool looking unit. We'll have a little... see if we can have a little bit of a more detailed look over that engine deck. It's got some cool stowage on there. It's got some reasonable detail, I think. Tracks are nice, I think the colours on there are nice. The paint seems to be all with the plastic parts, and the metal parts seem to be all uniformed and everything, so I reckon that's really good. I have had one or two here and there that had some discrepancies like that, which does, in my opinion, not do the model justice. But overall, I think this, pretty cool looking bit of kit. Tough looking unit. We all love a good Sherman. I mean, The only problem with the Shermans, I reckon, was it did sit up a bit high. It had a pretty high profile, so, and they did tend to brew up a little bit too, I think, when they got hit. And I do not want to be in a tank if there was flames involved, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I'll just whack this down and we'll just do a little bit of a zoom in for you. But yeah, we'll just keep it at that, short and sweet. So this is the 1/43 scale diecast. It's more of a sort of a magazine type brand. There was no branding name on it or anything like that. But you know the deal. I will chuck some stills up after the conclusion of this video. And you can check it out without my sausage fingers being in the way, and check it out in a bit more detail. As I said, I reckon it's pretty cool. And it was relatively cheap. I think it's around $35 or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I've had this for a little while, but yeah. Alright guys, well, you know, if you enjoyed the video, give me that couple of seconds and give us a like. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And even subscribe to the channel, that'd be awesome as well. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the various stuff that I've been chucking up, and I hope to keep on doing it. Alright guys, thank you very much for your time, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Cheers.